That's not how I imagined your boyfriend would look like. I don't feel like that sentence really worked out very well, but at least the meaning was clear.
You didn't think that's what the boyfriend looked like. Oh, showed me a picture of him and it was like half of his face and I thought he had blonde hair. Well, and I thought he had more hair.
Okay.
It's just in the braid.
What lesson are we on? What are we even doing with our lives? Okay. You know what that means? That means test coming. No. Nice. Good job. Go team. 16. Yes. Quantity r squared plus k squared times quantity r plus k times quantity r minus k. 18. No. 20. Yes. Quantity r plus 3 times quantity r minus 3t. 22. H squared plus 16 times quantity h plus 4 times quantity h minus 4. 24. Quantity x plus 2y times quantity x minus 2y. 26 is somewhere. See margin. Where in the margin? What the heck are you talking about, crazy person? Maybe they actually meant appendix. Let's see. No, it's a book.
It's both.
If you say so. What the heck? Okay. What was that? You should not do that ever again. Oh, look, here it is. I found it. Okay, well. Wow. 26. Quantity c plus 7 times quantity c minus 7 times quantity 3c plus 2. 28. 5a times quantity a plus 2 times quantity a minus 2. 30. 3r times quantity r plus 8 times quantity r minus 8. 32. 3x times quantity n squared plus 3x times quantity n squared minus 3x. 34. 8c times quantity c plus 1 times quantity c minus 1. 36. Quantity t plus 1 times quantity t minus 1 times quantity 3t minus 7. 38. Quantity m plus 3 times quantity m minus 3 e times quantity 4m plus 9. 40. Quantity x plus 5 times quantity x minus 5 times quantity 3x plus 1. 42. X times quantity x plus 6 times quantity x minus 6 times quantity x plus 6. Is that as far as we went, or did we do 44? Went through 46. All right. Great. Good job. Go team. Okay. Quantity 4n plus 1 quantity squared minus 5 squared.
Is this 8-1?
8, 8.
Wait, what?
44b. Quantity 4n plus 6 by quantity 4n minus 4. 46. 6 feet by 32 feet. What questions do you have on that lesson? Sure. 36. That's a lie.
Hello. Hi.
The instructions say factor this polynomial. So what should we do? Sure. Now what? Now what? The common factor between, that is literally the instructions. Thanks, Captain Useless. Just your words, not your whole being. Don't worry. Okay, so what am I doing? Find what matches in the first two. Sounds great. What matches in the first two? T squared. True enough. What's your question?
Do you always keep the signs the same when you're doing this part?
The inside has to match science-wise. What the heck are you talking about? Why don't we finish this problem, see if your question gets answered through the course of it. And if not, then come back and ask the question again. Jot it down if you're going to forget. Because I think the answer might get answered as we solve this way. Deal? Okay. All right. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. That would be important, huh? Okay. When I pull t squared out of the first one, what's left?
3 3t. Oh, I thought 2. Oh.
All right. What are we going to pull out of the next one? What? 7 doesn't go into 3. -1. Yes. When we pull a negative, it flips both the signs. And we've got 3t minus 7. Now what? No. I think what you mean might be correct, but what you said is very wrong. Yeah, we're going to pull a 3t minus 7 out. When I pull a 3t minus 7 out, what's left? T squared minus 1. True. Now what? No, bad idea. No, it's not done.
Oh, is it because t squared? Wait, aren't they both? Minus exponents. Get rid of the minus. Like, what you don't.
You know what she's talking about.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
We were distracted by it for a significant amount of time.
I am texting my mom about my game stuff.
Okay, so what questions do you need answered about your game stuff right now? Let's go ahead and take care of it and get it out of the way.
They were.
Good, good. I suspect what you actually needed was done a long time ago, but I could be wrong. She what? A little bit. Okay, we're going to blame mom. I get you. I understand. And then you were distracted by your neighbor, which that's deal breaking. We're going to call that strike one. That'd be on brand today.
How many strikes do we have?
Well, I bet your friend knows. Okay. So, what now? It's not completely fractured. Distribute would be a bad idea. We're just going to end up back where we started.
You do a 3 parentheses, double the last one.
Nope. This one is a difference of 2 squares.
That's what I said.
I'm going to throw something at you. Because you said double the last one, which is not even remotely right.
Double the last one, like multiple parentheses, double the parentheses.
No, that's not what you said.
That's what I meant.
That's not what you said. I'm going to throw something at you. No. That's true. It's funny because I thought of that just like in the moment you were saying it. Our brains went to the same place. 2 sets parentheses over here. What does it factor into? T, 1, 1, plus, minus. Circle.
I have a question.
Okay?
So a lot of the answers to these,
The order doesn't matter. You're welcome.
never mind then.
I just knew that question was coming. I should have pre-guessed who was going to ask it. Oh, I almost died. What other questions from this lesson do we have? 38, please.
That's pretty much all the questions after that.
No. Are you sure you didn't just make a small mistake on 38?
I have to finish 38.
I am 100% sure that that's what you did, but we'll do it quickly. Here we go. 4m cubed plus 9m squared minus 36m minus 81. What's in common in the first two?
M squared.
M squared, true beans. What's left? 4m plus 9. Way to go. What are we going to pull out of the second group? More than negative what?
9.
Negative 9. So we're left with 4m plus 9. Who'd have thunk it? They match. It is plus because we pulled out a negative, and we did that because we want these to match, right?
What is that? After the plus, the first bit?
It's a 9.
It's a 9. It's a very weird 9. Okay. It's a beautiful 9. Thank you.
You're welcome. Pull out a 4m plus 9, right? We're left with m squared minus 9. We're not finished. Why are we not finished?
Because you still gotta double the parentheses.
No, you don't got to double the parentheses. That's a totally different thing. We're factoring difference of new squares. It's the last fourth of Algebra 1. It's time to start using the right words. We got this. We can do it, fam. I am sure that if we lock in, we can. True enough.
I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? You just gotta figure that part out yourself. Yeah, you gotta figure that part out yourself.
Well, you should be able to do that part. That's like one of the easiest things to factor ever. Difference of two squares. Those are nice.
Factor in them or just the negative? Like, negative. Words. No, jeez. Wait.
Are you about to ask the same question you asked before again for some reason?
Kind of.
Okay, go ahead.
I wasn't listening over this time.
Okay.
So this is called, the last step is called.
Oh, you're not asking the same question. You're just trying. I'm half tempted to not answer your question because despite what I just said, it's okay if you don't have the words perfect, but you're factoring a difference of two squares. You're welcome. You don't have to be correct all the time. You have some flexibility. What? It's not, well, okay. That's debatable. Because I've been working on a lesson with her all year, and not answering a question would have furthered the lesson, but I chose to do something different. And if we want to call it nice, that's fine. Same lesson that I'm trying real hard to teach Zion right now. Keep running into a brick wall, but same thing she does often. Okay, you know what you did. That's called gaslighting. Okay.
I'm working on my paper right now.
Any other questions?
I do have a question. I need 22. Could you
I'm
42?
I'm working on my paper right now.
22 is just a different two squares. What did you get when you did it?
I'm in 44, sorry.
H2 plus 16.
Yes, that's it.
H squared plus 16, right?
H squared plus 16 times H minus 4 times H plus 9.
Then you got it right. What is the problem? I thought you probably just didn't finish it, but no, you just got it right and started it for some reason. Okay, any other questions from this lesson? 44. The drawing at the right is a square with a Yeah, no, I was right to begin with. Is a square with a square cut out of it. Write an expression that represents the area of the shaded region. Okay, great. Here we go. I want everybody to repeat after me. I will not, give up, next year, when I take geometry. You can stop repeating now. Okay. Pay close attention. Lock in. Are you paying close attention? Because when we do geometry, it uses a totally different part of the brain than we've used most of this year. Completely different. It's a different mental pathway. It's not necessarily more challenging. That's not it. It's not it's not necessarily that it's more challenging. It's that it uses a different pathway. So what we've been learning so far this year mostly has been straight up algorithmic. What that means is it's step by step. This kind of problem, you do this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and this. You might even add a little looping, like you do this, and this, and this, and then you do it again, and then again, and again, and again. That's how you do equations. We ask 3 questions, do a thing. Ask questions, do a thing. We do that over and over and over again. Geometry, you're like, okay, I've got all these tools. Now, how can I use those tools to solve this problem? And this is kind of like that, okay? So we got to think about what tools we have, what information we're given. So we are told that this side of this square is 4n plus 1 centimeters. And this side is 4n plus 1 centimeters, because, you know, that's how squares work, right? This square is a 5 by 5 square. We'll assume centimeters. They don't tell us. This would be one of those examples of where they don't technically give us enough information, because who the heck knows what units that is. But we're going to guess that what they meant was centimeters. Okay. So what tools? The question says write an expression for the area of the shaded region. What tools do we have that could be useful in this problem? True. Contained within the toolbox of our brain, what tools are in there that might help us with this problem? Area. What'd you say? Yeah, okay, so yes, but time out. Yes. How do you find the area of a square? Length times width. Length times height. They're the same in a square, so you could say side times side or side squared, right? True enough. True enough, easy peasy. So, and you are exactly right. To find the cutout, we've got 5 times 5. True, true, true. 100% correct. You locked in. You did.
Good job,
you got that 5th grade math down, which is good, because, and I'm making that a joke, but honestly, that is a huge stumbling block a lot of times when you get to high school. If you don't have the middle school math pretty locked, often you struggle in high school. So this is, I was being joking and silly, but this is a very good thing. Okay, so how would I find the area of the big square?
4n plus 1 times 4n plus 1.
So area of the big square is 4n plus 1 times 4n plus 1, or 4n plus 1 squared, right? Same. Area of the little square how do I find the area of the shaded region? Not in numbers and words, but, excuse me, not in numbers and letters, but just in words. How do I find it? Did you say minus the little square? Okay, your accent work needed some help there. We had some issues.
That was the accent, that was the go.
Oh, well, okay, fair enough. Same problem. So the big one minus the little one. So area shaded is the big one minus the little one. So 4n plus 1 squared minus 5 squared. True enough. Part A, done. That's an A. His tail is just kind of hiding. He's probably a pug or something. Or maybe a Frenchie that has an even smaller tail. There we go.
Wait, where did that? Oh, shaded. Oh my gosh.
It's just. Okay. Part A done. Part B. Find the dimensions of the rectangle with the same area as the shaded region in the. Find the dimensions of the rectangle with the same area. Oh, as the shaded region. So it wants us to take this and go an area with nothing missing, right? So that's what it wants. It wants a square that's this size. So this size minus that. So we need to do stuff with that. And then other stuff. So what do we need to do with this that's going to make us a little bit sad? We need to like multiply it and all that crap. We can't subtract nothing. Why can't I do 1 minus 25 and get 24 right now? Why can't I do that?
Because it's attached to the 4 and the 2 and to the parentheses.
The last part was the perfect part. Because it's in parentheses. He's in prison. We have to bust him out first. He will be transformed into something else. Actually, in this case, 1 times 1 is 1, so he won't be transformed at all. But, you know, yeah, we got to actually do the squared, right? 4n plus 1 times 4n plus 1. What do we do there? I love that idea. Do you have another one? We distribute. Yes. Of course. It was getting there. You know, the favorite response, and I do accept this as a response, and then I give you the word, is you do the, you do that. Kids say that all the time. You do the, you do this thing, and then we get there, right? So what's 4n times 4n? 16n squared. What's 4n? That was a jump scare. What is 4n times 1? What is 1 times 4n? Where is the what? Are you whatting yourself? Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought at that point. What's 1 times 1? 1. It is crazy. What do we do now? Goodbye like turns. And I'm even gonna like shove this in because this is really this. I'm gonna do it over here and kill the circle. Figured somebody was gonna make an obnoxious joke right there, but I guess not. It's fine. I did make the joke. That's why I chuckled, but nobody else got it and like actually made the joke after it. I just made it to myself. What's 4n plus 4n? 8n. You did hear it. You just didn't recognize it as a joke.
How is that a joke?
It's okay. They're definitely not. What's 1 minus 25?
-24.
I feel like we're not actually answering the question that they're asking because we're not going to get the answer that they got. Or are we? Oh, I see. We are, actually. Okay. Okay. This doesn't give us the dimensions. So the dimensions are the length and width. We need length and width. This is the area, uglified. We just turned this into this. That's all we did, right? Because we distributed this out, and then we subtracted the 25. Okay, so that's what we did. But that's not the dimensions. That's not the length and the width. So what do we need to do to find the length and the width? What you mean is factor, right? Yeah, I agree. We do need to factor. Okay, what's going to go inside there? 16 and 1, you think?
Yeah.
Sure, let's try it.
I hope.
Now what?
Negative,
Don't worry about the signs yet.
yeah, sorry, 12 and 2.
12 and 2, sure, why not? Notes, 12, 32. It's a 2, he's just sleepy.
He's just a little.
That's a deformed 2. You know what? He's a little special.
Well, let me ask you this, Katie Bug. If it's not a 2, what number is it? No, because it's definitely a number, because we put it in the place of a number. So if it's not a 2, what number is it? Definitely not. I don't know that you see my point, but I am making one. Okay, that didn't work. Good try, team. Yes, ma'am?
Why is it 16 on both sides?
Because 16 times 16 is 256, not 16. Because remember, it's got to be what two things multiply to get this one. So it's 16 times 1. So that didn't work. What do we want to change?
8.
3 times 8. Sure.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
So 3 and 8. 3 times 1 is 3. 16 times 8 is a whole heap. It's not going to work.
Switch it.
Sure. 8 and 3.
What?
Oh, no, it's not gonna work now.
8 times 1 is 8, and 3 times 16 is 48. That's not, no. Good try, team. Maybe the 16 is wrong. Maybe the 16 is going to be pretty difficult. Because 16 is going to keep giving us big numbers, right?
8 times 2.
Okay, what do y'all think? 8 and 2 or 4 and 4? 4 and 4. Okay, let's try 4 and 4. 4n times 4n equals 16n squared. Okay, now what do we want to try?
2 and 3.
Well, 2 times 3 isn't 24, so because remember that's how we decide. It's what factors of 24, right?
4 and 6.
4 and 6. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 6 is 24. Can we make 8 out of that?
I hope so.
I hope so. Okay, what do the signs need to be? Negative 16, positive 24. Follow our nose and follow our mouth. So our factors, the answer to part B is 4n minus 4 and 4n plus 6. Before I wrote the answer, what did I not check that I should have checked? The signs. Negative times positive is a negative. We good.
Yeah, you good? Using your tap over there?
She capping.
She can.
Okay, let's look at the next lesson. Perfect squares. I think you mean runner. See, that joke was more on y'all's level. Y'all got that one. Nice. Number 16. 3 times 8d minus 3 times d plus 2. 18. 2 times quantity b squared plus 6b minus 12. Excuse me. 20 is 4a minus 11b times 4a plus 11b. 22 is 2 times quantity 2c minus 11, quantity squared. 24 w squared times quantity w minus 1 times quantity w plus 1. 26 4q times quantity 2q minus 3, quantity squared. 28 quantity x plus 2y times quantity x minus 2 times quantity x plus 2. 30 quantity 4 minus, no, stop lying. Quantity r minus 6 times quantity r plus 6 times quantity 2r minus 1. 32 cd times quantity c squared plus d squared times quantity 2c minus 5. 34 3. Well, why not? That's crazy.
I didn't want to, all right?
Well, y'all would have gotten mad about 42 anyway, so. Okay. Questions on that lesson?
Can we please do 18?
Can we please do 18?
Yeah.
Yes. No, that's a dumb suggestion.
Why not?
We're not going to do them. 18, you say. 18's like easy. But we.
Still want to do it.
Okay. That's crazy. 2 base squared minus, no, plus 12 bay minus 24. What?
You went in my famous quotes.
I went in your famous quotes.
Yeah, in my notes I just have a famous quotes of a bunch of like quotes that people say that are very interesting. You're on there now.
Nice. Supposedly, one of my students who is now in Algebra 2 has a whole, like a notebook of quotes from me. Okay. Okay. What now?
Minus 24. I don't know.
From what?
I don't know.
You want to know why you don't know? Because he's not a like term with anybody. He can't be subtracted. Self-defeating. Fatality. Well, we can't do that. There ain't no equals. But what you're thinking is a great thought because we do have a GCF. So we could factor out a 2. We could do that. That is true. Yeah, they all have a 2. So this. When I factor out a 2 out of the first term, what's left? B squared. Bless you, probably. When I factor, bless, it was her throat. Actually, technically her diaphragm. And hiccups, your diaphragm spasming? I think so. I think that's right. Okay, when I factor a 2 out of 12b, what's left? 6b. Why is it 6 and not 10? Because you divide, not subtract, right? When I factor a 2 out of negative 24, what's left? Negative 12. That's exactly true. Now, we're going to circle that and just move on with our lives because we know the answer. But what would you need to try before you circled it? No, that would put it back. You would need to try to factor it. B 12, so 12 and 1. 12, 1. No, doesn't work. Bad day. Then we try again. 6, 2. 6. Well, that's sure as heck not going to work. 6 times 2 is 12, right? That's how I got those numbers, right? Can I add or subtract these numbers to get 6? No. So try 3. Let's just 3 and 4. Can I add or subtract those numbers to get that? No, we tried everything. Doesn't factor, so circle it.
So, I have a question.
So what?
So at the end of every time, like the trinomial thingy, and you factor it like that, and you didn't do the double parentheses factor, do you always do that? And if there is an answer to the double parentheses factoring thingy, is that the answer to the question, or is it another answer?
The instructions say factor if possible. So you factor it if possible. We factored it as much as it will factor. So there it is. What other questions from this lesson do you have? 32. Okay. Looks scary. Feel like that's like one of those, what is the meme? Looks like a marshmallow would kill you or whatever that thing is. And I'm thinking, yeah. Yeah, or cinnamon roll, whatever the heck it is. I don't know. Same thing as a cinnamon roll. It's a sweet thing. That's the whole point of the thing, brother. And to answer your question directly and specifically, I did answer it metaphorically and conceptually. To answer it specifically, it came from my brain. That's where it came from.
Wow.
Okay, what do we do? For all of them, or just split it in half? Either way. We can get to the answer either way. Okay. I will tell you that if the instructions, like on a test, just say that's the instinct makes sense on this thing, but on a test, if you have a 4-term thing, sometimes if you try to factor out something out of everything, well, no, it would still work. What the heck am I talking about? I am full of gibberish. It's fine, because it would still work. Just kidding. It's not dangerous at all. You looked at it and you said, all of these, all 4 of them have something in common. Way to go. Virtual high fives all around. But here for sure, because you said it. So factor something out of all the things. What do they all have? They all have at least one D. They all have at least one C. What else? I wrote that. No, they don't, because like this one isn't squared and this one is, so only one. They also have a 2. If what?
I said earth.
Oh, you said earth.
I was making sound effects. And my brain is struggling right now. There you go. Now you gotta write famous quotes in it.
Right.
Famous quotes. We should do like a live count. Sorry. I'll come back. Next year we should do a Charles.
Okay, when I pull 2 CD out of the first one, what's left? 2
I guess I'm Charles now. Hey Charles.
C cubed.
Speak like that. Nah. Charles speaks like this. Hey there. Oh. No.
Okay, when I pull 2 CD out of the next term, what's left? Time. What's negative 10 divided by 2? Negative 5, right? Right? Oh my gosh. Charles. C cubed divided by C is what? Okay, so that makes sense. So how many C's are up here? There are 3, because this means C times C times C, right? So C cubed divided by C is what? How many C's are left? How many C's are left? How many C's are left?
Oh,
2 C squared.
good job, Lee.
Make it, you didn't say it.
Stop making me say the counter.
Nobody said you weren't allowed. In fact, today, you're officially encouraged.
Oh, wait.
Okay, what is D divided by D? Pookies.
D.
It's 1. So there ain't no D's left, right? Plus, what's 4 divided by 2?
2C.
Stop. Not helpful. Answer only the question I asked. Because here's the thing. I've explained this before. When you or anyone else answers before and shortchanges it, then nobody else gets to think, and we want everybody thinking. In fact, I would go so far as to say we want everybody thinking. Okay. Okay. So, let's practice something for the rest of this problem at least. Okay. Because 4 divided by 2 is 2.
But where'd the rest of the letters?
Girlfriend.
There it is.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. As I was saying, I'm not going to actually throw my book at her. That's too much. That's a bridge too far. I could get fired from my own company that way. Okay. So, as I was saying, let's, kids, focus, lock in. Here we go. Okay. Let's practice something for at least the rest of this problem, preferably for the rest of the day. When I ask a question, pause and think, give it a solid beat before you answer. This goes for everyone. Okay? Because then everybody can lock in, chat, and start thinking. You did earlier. Yeah. Okay. So.
We've been threatening you with this forever. And then this is just now like, yeah, Charlotte.
Okay.
Charles.
Anyway, what is C squared divided by C? Give it a pause and then you can answer. That was a pause. C squared divided by C is C. Great. Good.
I see I'm smart.
You are smart. We always knew it. Okay. D cubed divided by D. D squared. That wasn't really a pause, but I get the point. I'll give you a virtual high five anyway. Because you learned the math. You didn't learn the pause, but you learned the math, which is good.
You know what? It counts, bro.
Right now it did.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, so now this needs a longer pause because the question is going to be more complicated, slightly. Don't check out on me. If I pull 2CD out of negative 10 CD cubed, what's left? Give it a bigger pause. I'm doing the same thing we've done these times, but I'm looking at this one. So when I pull this, because that's what we did here. That's how we got this. We got this by pulling this out of there. Because 4 divided by 2 is 2. C cubed divided by, C to the 4th divided by C is C cubed. Right? Right? D divided by D is 1. Right? So that's where that one came. This one came by dividing this into this. We got this. This one came from this divided by this. Equals this. Yes. 2 and divide it by C and divide it by D. Yes. Negative 5. Look again. Because the C divided by C is just 1, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Can we factor it anymore? I bet we can.
Yes.
I bet we can. Now, listen, Linda.
Well, where the lid was out.
How many terms are inside the parentheses?
Four.
4. So since there's 4, how are we probably factoring? What tool are we using probably? Split in the middle. Factor by grouping. So let's try that and see if it works. Now, think with your thinker before your speaker and give a pause. What's going to happen to the 2 CD as we continue going down? It's not going to disappear. And that